Hello, and welcome in, folks. Welcome into an unusual stream, and the first in a while. Well, the first ever, actually, to be like this. So, if there's scuff, please forgive me. Of course, I didn't dust this part of the table. Ignore that. Yeah, I figured I could give an art stream a try. Because, you know, it's new, and I've been like kind of leaning into watercolor these days. And, you know, who's gonna stop me? You know? Who's gonna stop me from trying this out? Also, I will be wearing gloves because I bite my nails quite a bit and I don't want anyone seeing that. So, yeah. I figured I would actually take you along the ride for an entire thing, if I could. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I'm kind of excited. The thing is, I have not done many watercolors at all. Ever. So, I've done 3 total. And started this thing, which I thought about maybe continuing today, but then I figured we could do like something new, actually. So, who knows? Very unusual stuff. I should probably sketch something out first. I've been trying to decide between a worm of some sort and maybe a goose, like sitting down. I think that could be fun. Some sort of goose situation. Wait, let me just put... I'm so sorry for the ruckus. Let me just put these up there. Yeah. Maybe some sort of goose situation would be an idea. I'm kind of on board with that. Wait, let me just... I'll just scoot that up a little bit. You would think I would try to arrange this before starting, but I am anything except efficient. Maybe... Yeah, a worm would be a good idea. I kind of like the goose idea. Why not both? Why not a worm and a goose that are friends? Wait. Sit down. I see the vision here. Hi, James. You going to do a Bob Ross cosplay for these art streams or not? Don't test me. I could. Wait, what if I just added like a red frizzy Bob Ross haircut on top of the zucchini for these? That would be kind of fun. This is gonna kind of be just a chill stream. I don't know, I usually do Slime Rancher on Thursdays, but I've been in kind of an artsy vibe. So we're gonna be calmly sketching something out. Did I put these gloves upside down? No, I didn't. Okay. Also, I couldn't find 2 gloves that matched, so we're getting one fuzzy and one not fuzzy. And we're gonna deal with it. Yeah, this is just kind of a stream to have on in the background. It's more of a background activity. How big should I make it? I'm kind of imagining... Oh, no. No, we power through. We power through. Oh boy. This is going splendidly. These are so long, legs. See, I would have trusted that the mismatched gloves were on purpose if you hadn't said that. Fudge! I can't. I fucked it up. Just like I fucked up these legs on the goose. Is it a goose? Is it a duck? Actually, yeah, it was on purpose. I lied. See, you can't trust these online influencers. You know, you really can't. Okay, should I do the worm just kind of inching along, or should I do it kind of... I kind of want it to be inching along. Oh god. I'm not an artist, you see. This is a learn to use watercolors and make art with me kind of stream. No, it has to be kind of sitting on itself. Otherwise it's just two things I put on the same paper. But I mean, isn't that every single art? I don't know. Also I should probably... I kind of want to do more of a gentle slope over here. Should I make the legs shorter? Yeah. No, yeah, I should. I was kind of looking forward to the abomination, but I can't do that to myself. Also, I'm not using a single reference, which is probably why this is not gonna turn out so good. But who knows what geese look like truly. I kinda wanna... First of all... Oh god. That's worse somehow. This isn't goose-shaped at all. I'm actually lying when I say I don't have a reference. I don't have any image references. But I do have a physical little clay duck, like goose, in front of me that I found quite inspiring. So you would think I'd be able to draw it, huh? No. That's such a huge beak. Oh. Okay, I'm kind of on board with this. All that's left is the legs. Okay, could have been worse. Could have been worse. I can work with this. Now I just gotta, like, make some sort of sitting worm. Nope. Nope, that's not how a worm sitting would look. Normal sized legs for a normal duck or goose. Or a normal duck. Indeed. Also, they're not in the center of the paper at all. Should I lower him? De-escalate the duck? Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, my hard work for nothing. Take two. Oh god, where do I start? Like down here maybe? Also, by the way, you're supposed to, I'm inclined to think it might be a duck since it's not currently honking or biting anyone. That's true. And it's just gonna sit there sweetly, so I'm also leaning duck for this. Oh god, I put it way too much to the, well, actually this might work out. Oh god, I put it way too high again. No! There's one thing a zucchini can't do, it's learn from its mistakes. Wait. Why am I kind of killing this? Hold on. Wait. Wait, this kind of...
Is it just me, or does this kind of kill?
Yeah, I kind of like this. Okay, now how to draw a worm sitting. Wait, hold on. I think I'm gonna have to experiment on like paper that is not watercolor paper for a second. Because here's the thing. I'm not an artist. So, how does a worm sit, you would think? I'm inclined to say like this. No. And I would be wrong. Like, what? Would a worm sit like this? Or like this? Yeah! This is what I'm about to do, okay? This is A. Is a worm sitting like this? Or would it kind of sit like a snake? And then just kind of... And then you just kind of have like the worm face here. That's B. I don't know if you can see that. Wait, hold on. Maybe I should... Can you see better? I don't think that's... I don't think it's either of those. So, other than that, maybe it would like sit like this. That's just A again. Why am I picturing a fold? Hold on, let me Google something real quick. Wait, no. I'm gonna Google worm sitting and let's see where that brings us. Worm sitting images. I'm not... I think I need to draw a rock of some sort for the worm to lean on. Yes. Okay. Oh man, I took off my gloves. I mean, I'm just wearing the gloves because I don't want people looking at my nails. So, it's probably okay. Let's just make like some sort of rock. Like this kind of situation. And then let's just prop the worm up like this on it. That's so bad. So let's see. I think we're gonna go with C. Even though, my god, oh, it can't be like this. Hold on, let me just... And then the worm... Yeah, that works. That works. You can't see it. Let's all pretend that the rock makes it all the way underneath, okay? Let's just pretend, okay? No, because I can see this, you know? can imagine this. Imagine that. Wait, other than that, maybe I could do like a little... This action? Yeah, that feels like it's sitting like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can make that work. Watch me have learned nothing. That doesn't quite look like a worm. Maybe if I just make this a little bit less angular. No, I shouldn't put the eye there. We're gonna put it at the end. Also, what if it was a little caterpillar? Have we thought about that? What if you're just a little caterpillar and you're just doing your best? That's not how caterpillars' antennas go. Okay, but I think we have a good base for this. I'm just gonna erase my lines a little bit. I don't have one of those fancy like erasers that's like kind of how to get my dinner. BRB. Okay. Have fun. We'll have bon appetit. Bone apple teeth. Yeah, I don't have one of those fancy erasers that's like malleable and that you can just pick up everything on it. I don't got one of those. I'll just remove all the... Wait, can you hear this? I hope you can. Okay. Also, as you can see from my palette, clearly it has not been used that often, so. They're still not centered. I can't believe this. This one needs to be a little closer then. Or the feet need to be a little bit... Maybe the feet can be a little bit closer? Or like smaller? Oh, that's worse. Oh, that's worse in every conceivable way. Somehow. Oh? No, that's worse. How does this keep happening? Yeah, that's not worm thickness at all. Yeah, this feels okay. Yeah, this feels a little better. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, just making that a little bit lighter so that it's easier to paint in. Now time to mix colors. Still not really a pro at this, so I just kind of do my best. I have 2 water things nearby. One of them is to ensure that I have clean water. Like, one of them is dirty, one of them is clean. So this one's the dirty one, and I have a clean one over here. Maybe I should switch them, yeah. So this one I'll be using to put water into my colors so that I can make it work. And then this one I will be using. I'm switching them. Okay. And then this one I will be using for making sure, like, for like wetting my paper and stuff. Need I remind you, this is my first art stream, so I am not a pro at this. Okay, yeah, this is better. Okay, what color should the duck be? I mean, white is my first instinct, but yeah, maybe like a very, very light gray. Yeah. Let's actually wet our paintbrush and just give our little guy a brush to like wet the paper a little bit and help it to blend a little bit better. That's what I've seen in the tutorials, at least. I'm thinking maybe like this gray, but like very, very light wash of it. No, my clean water immediately fucks it up. Okay, maybe I could just put a little bit of white in there. This is my white. Paint is very dry, but I can just reactivate it, so it's fine. Yeah, let's try this out. Worst case scenario, it's too dark, and we have a gray duck. But I think it will be just fine. Fun fact, the 2 grays on my palette are very different because one of them is just, I put black in there and eventually mixed in a little bit of white, but barely. It's this one here. But then this one here, I mixed earlier today in order to I mixed from this a blue here, I think, and yeah, this blue here, like ultramarine, not ultramarine blue, but hello James, welcome back. What are you eating for dinner? But yeah, this one I mixed with black and white, and this one I mixed with two complementary colors, like this very cold blue and a bright orange. And so like the gray just kind of seems fuller. And I'm quite satisfied with it, honestly. I kind of like it though. So I might put a little bit more in here than necessary. Fish and chips, except see. Ooh. Yum. It's fish in cubes. I'm brimming with envy. Come on, reactivate paint. You know you want to. Come on. Yeah. I'm satisfied with this. Let's go for orange now. For the beak. Or should we do the worm? I think the worm. Let's go for the worm. I think I want to go with this green basically, but maybe add a little bit of blue to it. Yeah, this is the blue that I mixed with the orange. Came out quite nicely if I do say so myself. Yeah. No, see, I like this. Yeah, I like this a lot. Maybe it's a little too blue for this. Dang it. Yeah. I think it's a little too blue. Well, yeah, it's a little too blue. So mix it with some, I think this is a warm green. I think this should be fine. Oh god, I forgot to wet him first. Oh no! Also, why did I not change brushes? This is a ginormous brush to be doing this with. In I go. This is so fun. I love watercolors so much. I wish the paint didn't pool so weirdly, but I think it's just because of how cheap the paper I'm using is. So I think it's forgivable. Oh god. I went over the line. Maybe I should put a little bit more saturation over here. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I just realized how desaturated the camera is compared to what I'm seeing. Let's try something. Oh God. Yeah, this feels a little bit better. Yeah, this feels a little bit truer. Although red is definitely a little bit intense. I think it's because it's the temperature that's a little off. I swear this green is a lot nicer in person. It will have to do. Okay. Now time for the beak. What colors are we gonna be mixing? I think this red is a good starting point, so let's just reactivate it a little bit with some water. And then let's just go grab some of this aggressive orange. I'm actually gonna put it over here with the yellow. Because actually the more that I think about it, the more I kind of want to mix it with the yellow instead. Rather than the red. Oh God, I put the orange in the clean water. I once saw that mixing colors. Oh, hello, wizard. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. Cute little snake and bird, I think. You know what? I'll take it. I'm actually going for caterpillar, but I think at this point it could be either or. I sketched out how a worm is supposed to sit up, and it's, well, you know, it is what it is. We do our best. Also, disclaimer, I am not, you know, an artiste. This stream is very much experimenting with watercolors and not showing you how good I am at watercolors. This is very much Zoodle doing her best stream. So I wasn't finished and didn't want to assume. Thank you for giving me the benefit of the doubt. I appreciate it greatly. What have you been up to since Monster High? I want you to know that I actually looked back into I watched a few episodes after your stream. Maybe not directly after, but definitely soon. And it's so corny. It's so corny. Like, honestly, the game did the best that they could with what little substance they had in the show. Like, my god. It was something. Okay, I want to try to pool. I can only imagine what's waiting for me on Sunday. Oh, I thought that you wouldn't actually continue the game on stream and that you would like focus your Sundays on other things. Which I would definitely not fault you for. That game did not feel like it was up your alley. Although I enjoyed myself immensely and I regretted nothing. I felt a little bad, but not really. I was like, well, you asked for this. I'll play a little more. It's more fun with others. Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, trying to do that on your own, I feel like might actually actively be worse than doing it on stream at this point. Well, in any case, I'll be sure to tune in. Unless I myself am streaming, but, you know. As it goes on Sundays. This is actually kind of coming together. She says with 3 colors on the page. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Also, I'm not done talking about Monster High. When I looked back at the episodes, at some point, when you first met like Laguna Blue, which is like the... What was it called? The sea monster kind of girl? Oh, hi, Pumpkin. Welcome in. What have you been up to? But yeah, when you met Laguna Blue, I made the joke because she had an Australian accent that like she was from down under the sea. They made that pun word for word in the show the first time you meet her. It's honestly stunning how corny the show is. Talking about Monster High. Playing Tomodachi Life, living the dream. Hell yeah. Also, what's your approach on Tomodachi Life? Like, are you, like, do fandom stuff? Like, are you the type of person to get, like, create fan characters on Tomodachi Life? Like, create characters from shows and stuff on Tomodachi Life. And then have them, like, act out, like see where the game takes them. But, like, kind of acting out fandom. Yeah? Hell yeah. I've seen a lot of people, like, doing their own little headcanon islands. Want to try Tomodachi, but not sure worth the price tag. Yeah, that's the same reason why I haven't really splurged yet. shadow before it dries down. It's subtle, all right. It's so subtle you can't even see it. Oh wait, no, it's way too harsh on camera. What's going on? I got 2 of my favorite characters already. Hell yeah. Same with a Roblox one too. As in, you do the same thing in Roblox, which, yeah, I can picture that. Roblox is such a funny game to me. It feels fake. It feels like it doesn't actually exist. Now, why would I put a shadow there? Why would I do that? Got a Roblox me. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh my god. How does one even make a Roblox me in Tomodachi Life? That's the real question here. Should I shade around the beak? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that made sense somehow. They have wings too, right? Where? I haven't planned for the wings on this bird. Okay. Let's pretend that I'm really good at this and let's just move on to the bug. Also, so Pumpkin, does like essentially does your Roblox me like date the like fandom me's? Is that the play here? As if so, slay. Love that for you. Love that for them, specifically. Honestly, one of the things I really like about Tomodachi Life, well, one thing that I've found interesting about it is that I made them, they can't date anymore. They can't date anyone. Yeah. Ace icons only. Or was it just for like a control scenario due to the series they come from? Might I ask what series? I know fandom stuff can be a little uncertain sometimes. Well, like, you know, you don't always want to share your fandoms. Loveless Island? Loveless Island. You guys are the same color on my left screen, but not on my right screen, so I got confused. Creator doesn't want the characters to date. Oh! Slay. Nice. Wait. I've heard about something like this. Wait, what if I can guess? Is JX1DX1 I has face lulz the Roblox character? Ace Archipelago.
Well, we got a bunch of comedians in here. I see how it is.
Since Zoodle's in her zucchini mode, you just bring your A game to show me up. I'm living for it. The friend zone. Yeah, the only acceptable use of the term friend zone. Cause like otherwise you're just friends, TM. Like it's not a zone. You can't get out of it. You're just friends. Should I give it little pause? kind of want to give it little paws. Little paws. Should they be in the rain? Should be in a puddle? Oh my god, they should be in a puddle. Wait, what if they're in a puddle? I'm gonna give them a puddle. I'm so excited. I love puddles. Oh, so they were actually just roommates island. Waiting for the update where that you can make enemies. Yeah, the dream. I would love to see like little interactions with them like that. Ooh. Would love to see it. Like, because they were so creative with how they created all of these romance scenarios and like ooh, love triangles and everything. I need that but with enemies. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you, wizard. We all need the enemies update. Where am I gonna put the blue? I'm gonna put it in here. It's just gonna mix, it's fine. It's not fine. This is actually super cute blue. Just for... Hi! Thank you for the follow, Dillies. Very appreciated. And unexpected, given this is just for Riz. You just want to... Okay, you just want them to hate on the others just for Riz. Yeah. There's nothing more attractive than someone that hates you. No, but the thing is... Okay, but the thing is... Because the opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy. Like, because hate and love are both very strong emotions and mean that that person's very much on your mind. So, like, I feel like hate can definitely easily switch to... love, or at least attraction in some ways. So I feel like, you know, I was gonna say it's an untapped market, but I think it's very tapped market. It's a very, very known fact. I need to make Mystic Flower Cookie somehow. Wait, is that from Cookie Run Kingdom or something? I actually only know about that franchise from the Gavis Battle Tumblr sexy man, like, jester polls. That's the only way I know about it. Okay, let's try drawing a puddle. I think, like, this would be... Yeah, that's cute. I take it back. Enemies to lover, famously rare trope on AO3. Yeah, famously rare. Never heard of it.
You ain't never seen anything like it. I guarantee you.
Is that better? I don't think it is. Okay, alternative. No, that's worse somehow. Don't delete Laura post. Okay, deleted. But what? Okay, elated. I hope that's a meme, because if so, I'm looking forward to adding it to my vocabularies. Elite is one of the memes I got. Okay. They got deleted. Also, yeah, about Tomodachi Life, I was gonna say, the fact that people can like put swears in their own games. Oh, it's just delete backwards? I mean, yeah, I thought it was just deleted, but without the D. Because it got what? Deleted. I'm sorry, I'll see myself out. No, I won't. No, I won't. I won't. I'll never work in this town again. Also, Wizard, when you say that's a wide penguin, you talking about this guy? Talking about this guy? Because you're right. Not only just a wide penguin, but the wide penguin. I feel like this is a good place to be with this. Yeah, I feel like this is a nice little puddle to have. Okay, we can work with this. Yeah. I think maybe actually we're just gonna mix it with a little bit of white. Hello, Dillies. Thank you. This is actually my first art stream ever. I'm usually a VTuber. I used to look like this all the time. Like a zucchini, but then I got bitten by a radioactive woman, and so now most of the time I'm more woman than zucchini, but you found me on an exception day. Are you an art stream amateur? A lover of the arts in a way? In more than a way? Yeah, I can make this work. Also, I have not stretched my watercolor paper, so it will dome on me. I was looking for some art stream and you caught my attention. Oh, yay! Happy to hear that. This is a very lurker-friendly experience. We're just trying our best. I'm not a professional artist in any way. Love the cute drawing. Thank you. This duck actually is inspired from a little like clay figurine I made, because like when you go on Pinterest and you look for easy clay like clay sculptures, you find this tiny little duck every single time, and it's wonderful. I strongly recommend making it. I would go pull it out right now, but I'm just very worried about this paint dry. So I'm just gonna prioritize this for a little second. But afterwards, I would love to show off the inspiration. It's not even a coincidence that there's a caterpillar too, because I've also made a tiny little caterpillar worm from the clay, from leftover clay that I made magnets with one time, so I have both the worm and the duck right in front of me as we speak. this paint is kind of behaving. I'm kind of loving this. This is wonderful. I love watercolor. This is like my fourth watercolor painting ever. And it's been quite a thrilling experience, quite honestly. Because I've usually painted with acrylics. And they dry so fast. And I mean, watercolor does too, but you can really still make it work with if you re-wet it, and that's real nice. One of the other me's is named Disease. After the Lady Gaga song. I love other little monsters. I'm sure there was no other reason. One of my favorite memes is like, my beautiful daughter chlamydia. Because, and like, those saying that like disease names would sound like beautiful like people names if they weren't diseases. Like, they're not completely off the mark with that. In my humble opinion. Okay, I kind of love where this is going. Ah, okay. I'm actually gonna go bring my inspirations over now. One moment. I'm back with my little inspiration things. So this was the little duck I used. I made him out of clay. I quite like him. And the best part about him is that from the back you can see both of his eyes. Wait. You can see both of his eyes from the back of his head. And I love him. Damn, I should have really just kept him there while I did that. Yeah, I did make it. You're just gonna see both of his eyes from the top. Yeah, I did make it myself. It was actually, I think, that the second like clay creation I did ever. It was from a Pinterest tutorial, but I'm still pretty proud. And this is the worm I made from like leftover clay. It's so small. But yeah, I just, you know, there was a vision here, just like this and this, you know? They're friends. They're besties. But yeah. I'm gonna keep them over here for inspiration. I love them, honestly. I've been thinking about like doing art streams for a while now. Because I want to make more time for artistic pursuits. And I think it would be nice to just do that and stream at the same time. But I want to do little raindrops. Oh no, I should do it with a smaller brush. Let's go with this one. Maybe I'll even do it with this one. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it with that one. Yeah, I think it has to be bottom first so that it like does a nice like pooling at the bottom. After stream, if anybody's interested, I would love to, well, not after stream, but before stream ends, I would love to like show off the other little watercolor stuff I've done. So far, because they're hanging on my fridge, the two things. Well, the two that I kept. I gave one of them for my mom for Mother's Day. She really liked a little mushroom magnet I made one time. So, and I did not think she would. So I was kind of shook that she would, so I made her a little painting. I gave her my first watercolor. I could have made JX1 better. How so? How are they currently subpar? Wait, I'm kind of loving this. Wait. I think I did the circle a little bit too high. That's fine. Yeah, this is okay. I never usually do. Oh, wait. No, I did it wrong. No. Yeah, because the water is like this. Well, like it's... Wait, hold on. It's like this. And I currently did the circle as though the water is like this. Like, it's on the horizontal plane. No. Damn. That's a shame. If only I were an artist. I'm kidding. The second you do art, you're an artist. You're an artist. Because no crown. You need to 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. And shift it. Damn. Yeah, why am I doing physical art when I could just... not? Why are humans compelled to just... do physical crafts? Raindrops are not supposed to be that sideways. At least in real life. It's a good thing that this is a painting. Yeah, I think I don't like this brush as much for this. Mysterious creature spotted on the island. Who? JX1? Or the 3 banned me? Wait, do they actually have creature alerts? Because I would love that. On Tomodachi Life. Me and another me was talking about it. Love that. I love that you can, like, in Tamagotchi life, you can just kind of gossip with your Miis. Like, you are a supreme being of, like, you know, you are kind of their god, but also, like, they still gossip with you. I kind of love that for us. These are a little too regular. Also, the 3 band Miis are disease related. Are disease elated and Mr. Happy. Should I be afraid to ask what Mr. Happy is? Not who, what. Because going off of disease and elated, my feeling is not great. I'm kind of loving this. Like, more than I thought I would. The rain is really pulling it together. Gonna make lore up. Okay. I would appreciate if we could refrain from that topic in this chat, at least. Just trying to keep, you know, everyone's minds off of things. Definitely a topic worth talking about. It's just, yeah. This context might not be the best one. Especially as a joke. Okay, these raindrops are kind of starting to look like frog eggs, and I don't know what happened to them, or to me, for this to happen. Yeah, I think with more water it'll be more, yeah, diluted. Yeah, this is nicer. Should I draw one actually landing on these guys? No. Probably not. Wait, let's actually try a better little, like, pool happening. Let's attempt this. Let's give it our best shot. Oh god. My best shot is not giving it the best. Yeah, that's just a circle. That's that's just a blob. No. Wait, it's coming together. It's coming together. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, it's just a circle now. Maybe I should just stop. Have we considered that? Have we considered that? I think we should consider that. Also, has anyone watched the show Glee recently? Or has anyone watched media about the show Glee recently? Because I myself have been obsessed with YouTuber Hosh On's analysis of who's the most gleeful character in Glee. And for anyone who's around in like 2000 something when the show actually came out, maybe I should do something like this. Yeah, I think it's doable. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, for anyone who was around when the show Glee aired in the first place, like, they kept making, like, the word for, like, people who were fans of Glee were called gleeks by the showrunners. Like, it was, like, the pun was being made, but, like, this guy brings it to a level here, like, before now never reached. Like, he keeps adding Glee in front of other words, and it's driving me insane. Keep saying like, ah, yeah, I guess it just wasn't meant to Glee. Like, it's like 8-hour-long videos per season. And so it's not like a short watch, but he somehow manages to make you forget or like think that he's reached all of the possible Glee and word combinations that he could have, you know? Like, he has to stop at some point. He has to reach the end of it, you know? He's gotta. And yet, like 6.5 hours in, he still surprises you with a one that he has yet to use. And it makes me go insane. I watched the entirety of Glee when I was but a teen, back when it was on TV, which, you know, does not, kind of ages me, but it is what it is. Should I paint water falling in front of these two? Probably. But I kind of don't want to. Yeah, I kind of don't want to. Instead, I would much rather add another little coat of green down here. I want him to have like a little green underbelly of sorts. I feel like that would be a good time. Give me green. Let me pick up the color, please. Okay. Yes. Yes, good. Because the plan is that I'll just put, like, the little green underbelly here. And then, because it's kind of thick in some places, I'll just, like, add little lines to it and make it, like, give it a little bit more dimension on top of what we already have. At least that's the plan. Whether I will be able to successfully execute it, though, that's a different question. I feel like we could give it a little bit of orange again on the beak and feet. Hello, Vampy. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. How are you doing tonight? And how's your week been so far? All I can think about is getting tattoos on Saturday. Ooh, what are you getting tattooed? I have a few tattoos myself, you know. And I've been kind of wanting to get a new one recently. They're just so expensive. I actually have one behind my ear. It was a bestie tattoo. With my childhood best friend. Flash event at my favorite little studio. Ooh, okay, so you're probably at the amount of tattoos where it's like, well, I'll just take whatever looks cool. I remember my first tattoo felt so important, and my second too, but now I kind of just want to do stuff that looks cool and is fun without necessarily it needing to be like super meaningful. 12? Hell yeah. I bow before you. Did you get any that were like pretty painful? Because I'm kind of a coward. So I only got some in places where I could confidently, you know, take it. Because I'm very ticklish. So I can't, I cannot allow myself to get something in a place where I might die. I'm 7 piercings, and I wish for more of both. Hell yeah. But I think that's like a perpetual state of like having tattoos is always having tattoos and piercings. Apart, like I feel like the two ear, like traditional ear piercings, like ear lobe piercings, apart from those, like the second you get something a little bit different, you're constantly craving more tattoos, more of that. Just always, forever. Because I have 4 holes in my ears, and I wish I had 17. I've always wanted to get like you have large ear gauge? Hell yeah! Alt icon. I love that! Yeah, I always think about what I could pull off, but the question is, for me, not even just what I could pull off, but also, what am I not gonna physically rip off myself on accident? Because I would love, you know, like an industrial, like a bar that goes from the front of like the conch, you know, diagonally over your ear, essentially. I want one of those so bad, but like with a cute little chain. I think that would be so cute. However, I know myself. The amount of times I used to have glasses when I was younger, and I might get some again. Yeah, I used to have glasses, and the amount of times that I flipped my glasses completely over the top of my entire face because, like, I just kind of slapped them off of my ear. Like, I could not give myself the chance of ripping out my earlobe like that. My ear, whatever. I could not. It would be bad for everyone involved, truly. Actually, I think we're not... I think we're not going to color in the lines because I'm gonna do something with a Sharpie. I think I'm gonna just like kind of I think I'm gonna outline everything with my sketch brush. Hello, pens. Welcome in. Did your wife get in safe this weekend? Cool, an art stream. Yeah, my first one. As I said earlier, I want to put more time into like crafts, like arts and crafts, and like doing more artistic pursuits. 2 a.m. today? What happened? Is she okay? Because I remember my partner when he visited, his flight was like delayed 1,000 times on the way home, so I had to go back and get him over at the airport. I woke up just before I heard the garage door open. Oof. Other than tired, she's okay. Okay. That's good. You know, mental duress is not ideal. But, you know, beats an accident. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with this. I think we're gonna go. She would have been home around 10 p.m., but her flight home got delayed. No. Twice. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. But at least she was able to get home after that. From our partner, he was not so lucky because it was his flight out of Canada, like over the Atlantic. Well, it was like just the first one. He had like 3 flights. So yeah, it was like the first flight of it. So I could still go back home and pick him up. He wasn't like stuck at the airport overnight. That would have been a bummer. Also, you say, Wizard, when is it ideal? That's an excellent question. Perhaps right before a test that you didn't study for? A light one. Just like a little like, ooh. You know, I was on my little scooter and I like a razor, you know, like a one that you scoot with your feet. That, and then you kind of just like hit a rock and then like kind of sprawl on the grass and you're like, oh man, I'm indisposed. So sorry. Okay, I'm gonna have to go very determinedly. Also, speaking from experience, actually, no, I was a goody two-shoes. I mean, you can probably tell from the way that I act. I have never done, like... Well, I didn't always study for tests, but I took it like a champ. I was the sweetest zucchini. Yeah, I was. Teacher's pet through and through. It is what I am. I am what I am. What do you want from me? Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. It's gonna be cute, and I can do this. Okay. We're on board. We did it. Okay. This is always the most stressful part of any watercolor so far. Because watercolor is like nice and flexible, but like this is kind of... It's taking my absolute focus to do. Question, why one blue glove and one maroon glove? Because it was a strategic choice for the artistic vibe of the stream, and definitely not because I couldn't find 2 matching gloves. Definitely not. Also, thank you for the gifted pens, and congrats on the gift, Vampy. I actually didn't even know I had these gloves in my pantry? Closet. Was totally unaware. Oh god, no. Oh god, I'm making it worse. No. Why is art so scary all the time, Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. And then for this, I'm actually gonna do like a little, ooh. And then I'm gonna do like a little. Because wouldn't this be cute? Wait, this is kind of cute. Wait, I kind of love this. Hold on. Also, for anyone asking, this is precisely why I like watercolor so much. Because like I will do it and I'll be like, oh boy. And then it looks cute. Okay, now for my strategy that I always do. For eye placement. And style. I'll just draw it on a piece of paper and then place it where I think it would go. Should go more towards the back. Oh. Yeah, this is a little difficult. With the gloves. Watercolors are pretty amazing. Aren't they? Aren't they? I absolutely agree. I love watercolors. And like the thing is, this is my 4th watercolor ever. I have done a few acrylic paintings. And they're kind of, some of them are strange. Some of them are just like, I've actually tried to do landscapes like twice. But apart from that, I've been mostly abstract, and it's been kind of just for fun and for decorating my apartment. I could show some of them off later if you're interested. I think, could the eye be a little bit bigger? I think so. Actually, what if it was full? Maybe that would help. I kind of like it a little bit closer, actually. Yeah, I kind of love this. Not really talented when it comes to art, but there was an artist who does Halo art that was taking commissions. I asked him to do a scene out of Halo Infinite, and he ended up doing it in watercolors. Oh, man, that's gotta be beautiful. Oh, that sounds lovely. Watercolor landscapes are always like, I especially like the more artsy, like watercolor splashes and stuff. One of my tattoos has watercolor like vibes to it, like a watercolor splash in it. Oh, absolutely, I'm checking the art behind your shoulder. I can't believe I haven't noticed it. Got mentioned on Taylor's Twitter. Hell yeah, that's the best possible scenario for your commission, because you're happy, the artist's happy, and on top of that, the artist gets like extra like boost from like the Halo conglomerate. I don't know what you would call it. Okay, let's test out the eye placement on the little guy. I feel like a tiny eye would be best. Wait. I have like a little triangle here. Tell me this doesn't look like the beginning of the face of a rat. Like, tell me that this couldn't be a rat. This could be a rat in a heartbeat, right? Like a little nose, like a little big ear here, and then like some mustaches. Ah! I see it. Yes! See the vision wizard. Oh god. I don't think I'm gonna do an eye on this one. Oh, this is ugly. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me just rip some of it off a little bit. Okay. I'm actually gonna use my fingers here. It's a fine bird. Thank you. Oh, wait. It's a fine bird. You were talking about the triangle. Well, it no longer exists. So there's only one fine bird here, and it's right here. It's right here, baby. Also, there's no world in which this looks cute. There's no world in which this looks cute, and I regret my choices. Wait! I have an image. I have an idea. What if you can say it's drawn from behind with a baby behind. Do I do the Diplin approach? No, he just looks like an alien. No. I can't. I cannot. Also, where'd my other eye go? How am I supposed to know where to put that one? Where'd it go? Did I take it? Did I whoosh it off? What happened? No. I believe in you. Wait, is it sad? What if it's sad? That isn't bad. I don't know what that applies to. Oh, it's over here. Nope, that's still the same eye. Yeah, it isn't bad, but it's not good. That's not the vision. They're listening to the rhythm of falling rain. Yeah. They're having a little... a little party. What if this was it? Hmm? Like a little happy face? No. I think the ripples turned out well. Thank you. Yeah, once I realized that they kind of go like this, like once I realized that they kind of go like this instead of like that the water is wait. The water is like this and not like this. That helped a lot. That really helped a lot. So there's unfortunately one of the ripples that is not quite right, but we're doing it. We'll stop now. I have the song in my head. Wait. No. I was like, maybe I know it. No, I'm sorry. Yet again, a reference escapes me. What if it's like the tiniest dot? Would that be cute? Okay, I'm tired. What if it's like really close? Oh, that's kind of ugly. No. No, this is worse. Wait, I have an idea. I have a vision. Like a line like it's tired. Yeah. I can see that. Okay, we're gonna have to try it out. Sung by the Cascades from 1962. Yeah, that may explain why it has escaped me. Where the heck did I put my eye test for that one? Is it around here? I think so. No, I'm not comfortable doing it without. Trying it again. I'm a wimp at heart. No. 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 What is wrong? Was it more vertical? Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, I cannot have the gloves for this. Oh god. Just wanted to get the dust off. Okay. Oh, I kinda love this. Wait. Thrilled. Thrilled. What did I settle on for this one? Was it this? Honestly, the worm could literally have no... Yeah, the worm's just gonna have no face. You know what? I think that's fine. I think that is a-okay. I'm just gonna maybe do a little bit of overdrawing over here. Just for fun. For fun and for style. And this too. Okay, I kind of love this. With that eye, the worm gives a Woodstock vibe. Like the... This one. Because I can see it. I can see it. Yeah. So we're gonna free him from that. Honestly, I think I'm done. Maybe I could like line the puddle, but honestly, I quite like the way that it looks without it. Now I have the Peanuts theme in my head. Hope you're not allergic, but I'm sorry. Wait, okay, I'm gonna go pull out my other watercolors so that you can see. Because I've done a puddle like this in one of them, but I didn't line it, and I quite like the effect. Hold on. Hi, I'm back. And I come bearing paintings. I'm just gonna reglove myself first. By the way, it's not like out of like anonymity or anything. It's really just that I bite my nails quite frequently and I don't want them to be close up for an entire stream. Okay, so this is the other painting that I've done that has like a little bit of a... Wait, let me just lay it. Yeah, this is the other painting I've done that has like a puddle in it. And I quite like the effect of it not necessarily being lined. So honestly, kind of leaning towards not lining the puddle still. I really like the umbrella in this, and I really like the cat's face. Like, wait, just like look at it. Brings me such joy. So that's number one. And the other one I have is this. I'm quite happy about it. There's something about mushrooms. It's just compelling. I've never done a single magic mushroom in my life. I just really like mushrooms as a concept. And aesthetically, I just think they're neat. Like Marge with potatoes or something. I just think they're neat. And actually, the reason for the line thickness in this one is because of the... I kept messing it up and not putting the shading in the right spot, so I just kept like going over it over and over again until I just gave up and made the... Because I initially wanted to do like lines like this, which is like a little bit like stringier, but I got lost somewhere on the way. But I still quite like the effect that it gives. This had no reference. It was just I liked it. I'm sorry for that noise. I hit my mic. And since I'm doing a little bit of a show and tell, I figured I would also show a little bit of the acrylic stuff I've done so far. It's kind of the same, but different, but the same. This is specifically for my, like, decorating my living room. So none of them are signed, they're just, like, paintings. This is the first one. You'll notice a little blob at the bottom here. This is the first painting I did, like, out of primary school. Like, this is... I finished primary school, I didn't paint for my entire adult life, and then I painted this a couple years back. And I quite liked it. And then I didn't paint again for, like, years. Wait, no, not a couple years back. 6 years ago-ish? Yeah, around 6 years ago. Maybe 7. Okay, quit being responsible, I'm back. Yes, come to the dark side. Also, welcome to Show and Tell. Oh yeah, look at the finished product for today. Just a cute little ducky. In the rain with a worm. Oh my god, 6... Vampy, why would you do this to me? Go back to being responsible. Why would you do this? Why would you make me suffer? 42? Yeah, that tracks that you would say that. That's the meaning of the universe. I never actually watched that movie. It's so... I feel like I have to prepare myself emotionally to watch it, and I'm never prepared. I'm never ready, so I just don't. Goodbye, and thanks for all the fish. I'm guessing that's the continuation of that quote, or maybe another one. Unless I've given you fish and I don't know. You never know. But I wouldn't trust that fish if I were you. It might be a little bit fishy. Just make sure you have your towel. That's the name of the third book in that series. Okay. That's very cute. Very cute. Also, Vampy, I'm glad you couldn't finish it. I'm glad. I'm glad. Save us all that. It is also what the dolphins say to the humans just before. Thank you for the removing the spoilers, but also I'm so curious. Incredibly curious. But yes, so this is the guy. I don't know why I did the blob at the end. I did this just at the end of the painting, just because I suppose I had nothing better to do. So that unfortunately had an effect on every single thing I did afterwards. So like this is another painting I've done for my living room. I like googly eyes, what can I say? I just think they're neat. You can get Hitchhiker's Guide from your local library. That's true, and they probably would have it in English too, because it's a popular enough book that they would stock it in English. Because need I remind you, English is not my first language. But yeah, this painting, I really like it because it used to be a way uglier painting, and then I painted over it with black and this, whatever's going on over here. And you can actually kind of see, yeah, you can see the marks of my paintbrush on this. This was before I got like the handle of like the, I wouldn't call it an impasto because clearly like this is just one very thin layer, but I didn't really quite get a grasp of the texture of it. But I think it kind of works anyway, because it just looks so much more insane and concerned when it's on the wall and it reflects the light. I quite like it. Also, these two dots, Sharpie. I could not swing that with black paint. I did not have the equipment for that. I got this like super thin paintbrush like way later, and my paint is like way too thick. My acrylic paint is way too thick to like successfully do a circle like that. It kind of trails off, and I have a hard time mastering a paintbrush this thin with it. Like, I don't know if you can see. Wait, hold on. Can I do the makeup influencer trick? Hold on. Kind of. It's so small. It's so small. But yeah, this painting was actually originally one, like the second painting I did after this, like in the same session. And I got so overconfident with that first one that I went way too hard on it. I got so overconfident that I would do something that looks cool that it was like green and blue and brown. And it was so ugly. So naturally I didn't do that again. So yeah. But yeah, so that's this one. And that one hangs in the middle. It's like a big mural of like including this one and like a bunch of other red themed ones. And a lot of them have googly eyes on them, but I especially like this one Cause it's just, well, it used to have eyes, which you can tell here, but I didn't like the way it turned out, so I painted over it. And it doesn't really show on the wall, but this is kind of unfortunate lighting, but yeah, the void's got hands, and that, I don't know, this kind of stuff just speaks to me. I love it so much. I have a color question. Go for it. I'm all ears. And then mouth as I explain it. Or answer, I guess. I think that's the worst I could have possibly phrased that. Do you think that you can wear black and blue together? Yeah. Yeah. I think that you can do whatever the hell you want, if you do it confidently. And I choose to do it. Also, because I have a pair of, like, marine, like, dark blue pants, which is the worst to combine with blue. To combine with black, because it's the closest to black. I have a pair of those pants, and I wear it with a black belt and black boots and, like, some sort of blue-green, like, dark blue Hawaiian shirt. Don't ask me why my fashion is the style of a father on vacation in his 40s. That's nobody's business. What a zucchini does in her free time is none of your business. But, like, I like to think I pull it off, and if I don't, well, who's gonna tell me? And also, I don't want, like, don't tell me. I'm having a great time. I ask because I've been told all my life you can't wear black and blue at the same time. I believe that. It's a conspiracy. They're working against you. They just don't want you to feel the way, like, they just don't want you to feel good. It's because they hate you. No, I'm kidding. But it's like, you know, they're too busy being stuck in the you can and you can't and, like, oh, style and there's rules and stuff. But, like, no, there's no rules. My response, if they didn't go together, why are the bruises black and blue? Nature says they go together. Love that. Love that for you. Go off, King. They're black and blue. They were meant to be. I mean, if we ignore the fact that it's purple at best, sometimes green. I don't know how many bruises you've had, but I used to do gymnastics back when I was a teen, and yeah. I fell off, like, the balance beam when I was a kid, and, well, when I was a late teen, actually, fell off the balance beam, got, like, a huge bruise, like, this big on my thigh, just, like, dented in when I got up. Yeah. That one never turned black or blue. It just went straight. It went to red and then purple and then straight to green. Oh, I don't have my chat box activated. Sorry, wizard, your lurk is gonna just stay there. World's biggest klutz, so I've had my share of bruises and your share and everyone else's in chat's share. Oh no, don't worry. I've also got my fair share of bruises. Cuz sometimes you just exist in the world, like, and you run into things and you don't even realize. The best part is not remembering where you got the bruise and then kind of like CSI or like The Mentalist, like Sherlock Holmesing yourself into remembering how you made it. I remember I found out how I did a bruise how I got a bruise because it was like on my lower back and it had to happen in a specific direction. So I like replayed what happened into my mind and like physically tried it out, and I found exactly how I did that bruise. And I immediately also poked it because that's how I found out, but ow. Although my biggest klutz moment did not end in a bruise, ended in a 3rd-degree burn. Jeez. What were you up to? What did you do? I've only had 2nd-degree burns, luckily enough. Okay, goodbye, duck. Time for this guy. Maybe I'll just... Oh god. Oh god. That's awful. Wait, no. I had hopes. We're gonna stay with the sunlight. My parents owned a pizza shop. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's answer enough. Yeah. No, yep. I can picture it. When I was young, 11 or 12, I think, I was putting pizza boxes away under the table where the pizzas get cut when they come out. Oh no. So it wasn't even related to the knife. Someone was pulling a pizza out. I backed up to not be in the way, right into the open pizza oven door. Ah! The 500-degree oven pizza. Oh no, Peds. You poor little bean. That must have been stood there for a good 5 seconds. Yeah, because you don't. Oh, that's sorry. That. It's funny because you're not seeing any of the hand movements, but I'm like, ah! Sorry, I'm done. Am I? That's rough. Must have hurt so bad. Not during, because I know that like it doesn't really hurt during as much. But like afterwards, the healing process must have been horrible because you're not supposed to cover burns. But maybe 3rd-degree burns, like the residual heat is not worth, like getting rid of that residual heat will not do more than the... Oh god, no! But yeah, it's not worse than the infection. Oh yeah, it really hurt. I will stop there. Thank you. But also, thank you for sharing. That's horrible. By the way, I'm just doing this until daylight is fully gone. Because then I won't be able to paint anymore. Have to go. Have a good night. I'm trying to unplug for a couple hours before bed. Good idea. Excellent reflex. Have a lovely evening, Peds. Thank you for your company. It was greatly appreciated. I'm just gonna try to do this little creature. While I'm here. I've had so much fun this stream, honestly. It's been so nice. I will probably do art streams again. This has been so relaxing. Especially on a weeknight, especially now that it's summer and I can do stuff like this in peace. Like before sundown. Makes quite a big difference. By the way, I'm trying to do like some sort of pig situation here. With mild success. It's kind of specifically a like a mossy rock like golem situation that kind of looks like a pig. That's more what I'm going for here. Because I saw a picture of like a felt pig. Or like felt creature, like creatura, you know, online. I think it was on Tumblr. And it spoke to me so bad, I needed to do it. I needed to make it. Like right there, right now. Right then and there. I actually sketched this out yesterday morning right before going to work. Like, that's how bad it was speaking to me. I'm gonna have to mix this again, alright? This was green, I think. Were you green? Or were you green? I think you were green. Okay. I'm gonna mix this with a lovely yellow, and I'll try to keep this wet while I'm at it. Okay, that resembles-ish the green I had going for me. Yeah. Oh god. My paper's too domed. That's what I get for not stretching it out, I guess. This is actually quite nice. I was not expecting it to go this well. Guess I gotta just believe in the final product, eh? Okay, yeah. I'm quite happy with this. This is nice. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, I like it so much. Yay. Can you actually hear me clapping? A little bit. Okay. I wonder if I should do something more. Well, it seems that Silverlight is currently doing a Q&A session and art share. So I think I'm going to raid into their channel. So hopefully we'll get to see some cool art if that's what they're doing. And yeah, I wish everyone a lovely evening. I hope that everyone had a good time with this art stream, and I hope you guys don't mind if I keep doing them because it was really fun. I would love to do more doodle with Zoodle. So yeah, I wish everyone a lovely evening, and thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see each other in the next one. Goodbye. See you.